Buenos dias, everybody. Welcome back for Friday, the 22nd of May. Your workout to close out the week this week, we have a variation of the classic benchmark, Jackie. Okay, this is one of our favorite workouts. We're doing the at-home version of it. Okay, you are going to go through one round for time. So it's a chipper of an 800-meter run. Once you've done that, you're going to go through 40. I'll just wrote my number out. 40 plate thrusters. And then finally finishing up with 20 burpees, okay? The normal variant of the workout, which you might have logged on SugarWOD, looks like a 1,000-meter row, 50 thrusters with an empty barbell, and then 30 pull-ups, okay? So we've changed it up a little bit to still keep us within that same time zone. We're looking ideally for this workout to take us somewhere between 7 to 10 minutes. However, we will think that there are going to be some of you that might be able to get it a little bit quicker than that one. Okay, but our magic area of where we want to try and be working in today is somewhere between that, like I said, 7 to 10 minute zone. Okay, your run should be taking you, if you're running 800 meters, should be taking you no more than 5 minutes. Okay, no more than 5 minutes. If you feel like it might do that, your coach will give you some more guidance to maybe reduce that number up a little bit. Once you move on to your thrusters should be completed in no more than 3 sets. In an amazing world, you'll be able to keep hold of that plate and you'll be able to do those unbroken. However, we probably would think that most people will probably take 1 or 2 breaks in that. If you feel like you're going to take more than 3 breaks to get those 40 plate thrusters in, again, it might be that we look at reducing the total volume back of the session. Finally, I can't get that word out today. Finally, finishing with our burpees. We're going to chip through with those. We're going to try and start at a pace that we're going to hopefully be able to maintain. There's no point racing to get the first 5 done and then hanging on for dear life for that final 15, okay? Again, it's just one round for time, it's a chipper, okay? Start to finish, it should take us somewhere between that 7 to 10 minute mark. However, we are expecting some people to move a little bit quicker, all right? Some key points then, obviously when we're running, we're gonna run out 400, we're gonna then come back in. We're going for our thrusters. What we're looking for of our plate thrusters is that we have that strong, solid front rack position again, so the elbows are high, pushing the plate up on the chest. I squat all the way down, my knees track to my toes, I stand all the way tall, and then finishing by pressing the plate out overhead. Okay, if I've got poor overhead mobility or if I've got a shoulder injury, we can just change it to a front squat, like so. Or if I've got a lower body injury, I can change it to a push press, so I still get the overhead component in. Right, burpees, nobody needs to see a burpee, everyone would be happy with that. However, you might want to do a down up, or you might want to do a burpee just to a step, so that we can control that range of motion, making sure that we're still able to move and get that heart rate up nice and high, okay? Our warm up, I want us to do first of all 5 minutes of just general moving. Go out, walk around the block, jump on the bike, play around in the garden with the kids, maybe kick a football around or whatever, okay? But just so much is going to get our heart rate up a little bit, make you nice and sweaty. When you're at that stage, we need to go through 3 sets of our running warm up. We're going to do 20 high knees, you can do this on the spot or you can go out for a distance. I'm then going to do 20 heel kicks, getting that hamstring engagement, lifting my heel up towards my backside. 10 air squats, priming us ready for our thrusters. And then our down ups, okay? Partial range of motion on our burpee where we just keep our arms nice and straight. They look like so. Kicking the feet back, feet to the hands, and I stand nice and tall, okay? Your accessories and your core weight for today. It's a nice part to finish the Friday up with. We want you to go through 40 weighted box step-ups. Whatever I load it with, if I'm using my sandbag or if I'm using a kettlebell or a dumbbell, what I'm going to look for is I step up and I put as much weight through the leg that's on the box and control myself all the way down. What we don't want to be doing is making them look really, really sloppy. We want to make them look nice and strong. Don't step on anything which is any higher than the knee being level with the hip, okay? That's about as high as I'd want to really, really step up on, okay? Make sure it's something maybe a little bit lower. Once we've done our 40 steps, we're then going to go for our 40 hollow rocks, okay? We do lots of these, so we should all be getting familiar with them. I'm going to start by lifting my shoulders off the floor, pushing my tummy muscles hard into the ground, lifting my hips up. The more of a ball I'm in, the easier this is. The longer I make my body by taking a foot out, 2 feet out, the harder that becomes. These are really poor examples, okay? If I make my hands go overhead as well, that makes it a little bit longer. Another variation of those are what we can do. We can just do a solid tuck position, lifting the knees up, or we can do a plank off our elbows as well. Something which is going to give us that isometric contraction for our core. That basically means holding a shape and really fighting for those positions, okay, rather than moving, right? If you have any questions, obviously fire them over to myself, Rosie, Coach Liam, or Coach Walt. But we'll get in touch with you early in the morning tomorrow to send you your individual prescriptions of what we want you to get from this workout and how it's best suited for you. All right, have a good evening, everybody, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.